Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am here to record the part 2 of my last video, which is I'm going to be sharing practical steps that I use to get over my postpartum depression. If you don't know, I am a new mom. Well, not a new mom anymore. My child is about to be 1, but it was really hard during pregnancy and after pregnancy. I went through some severe extreme depression. um the first 6 months of my pregnancy, I was depressed. I was in the darkest moment of my life. Like, I was always crying for no reason, right? No reason. I was always crying. And I was also taking care of a toddler. I was, working. Even though I was working remotely, it was still work, right? And then I was, taking care of home, had to cook, clean, do a whole lot. It was a whole lot. It was a lot. And throughout that whole season, it was just hard. After the baby came, it was just hard. Overall, I would say, like, how we always hear that having kids, pregnancy, having kids, that's supposed to be the happiest moment in a woman's life. It wasn't for me with the second pregnancy. It wasn't at all. And also, I have like, my birth stories with both my children were not a happy one. I had C-section for both of them. I'll probably share that in another video later on, but I never had good pregnancy experiences. I was always sick. I was always just not happy. I was always worried also about labor. I was always worried about what this birth was going to be like. And that's another reason too. I was always stressed. I was always crying. But yeah, but thank God, I was able to, take some practical steps towards the end of my after the baby was born. Like, I'll say, like, the first 6 months. After the first 6 months, it was so bad that I was like, I had to get help. So I started reaching out to, like, some mentors that I can trust, people I could trust, close friends, my parents. And, they just started encouraging me, speaking the word into me. Because at the time, I'm going to be honest with you guys, praying was the last thing I wanted to do. Reading the Bible was the last thing I wanted to do. But I was so encouraged by so many people that loved me that I started praying. Prayer was something I started doing little by little. I started praying. And as I began to pray, I started feeling much better about life, because it got to a point that I just wanted God to take it all away. Like, when I mean away, I just wanted me to be gone. Like, it was that bad. It was that bad. So I started praying, started feeling a little better, a little better. And then I also started reading the Bible, right? And so that makes me, that brings me joy. Whenever I read a chapter or a book, like, I like to highlight the main points, what is teaching me, what is telling me, and so I can go back to it. I usually have, like, a notes on the side, so I can go back to it and just reference. I did that I still do that every day today. Another thing too that helped me a lot in my darkest season was podcasts. I listened to podcasts every night. Podcast was was the main thing I went to sleep to. I was listening to podcasts, and then I would just literally just fall asleep. I put my AirPods in and just fall asleep. And podcasts helped me a whole lot. Another thing too was gospel music. Maverick City Music, that the last album that they came out with, that album was like everything to me. That album ministered to me. All the songs on that album, like, I replayed that album over and over and over. Like, that album got me through so much in that season. Now my child is about to be 1. He's 11 months. So I'm in much, much better place now. So that's why, I'm like, I'm going to try to record a video today, because I started going to church again. And when I'm home, is like, I'm not motivated to get dressed to record a video. I'm not inspired. I'm just like, blah. But now I told myself, now that I actually get dressed to go to church, I'm gonna try to record after church. So I'm actually recording this video on the Sunday. I don't know when I'm gonna post it, but yeah, I was like, I need to come back to YouTube, because it's been so long since I record a video. And I know every video I post, I used to say, oh, I'm gonna get consistent, I'm gonna try to be consistent, but then life happens. And also the transition from one child to two is not easy. It's not easy at all, especially when you're full-time employee. When you work full-time, it's not easy. Now it's a little better because our children are in daycare. We put them in daycare this year. So, and that's another thing too. Daycare is not cheap. We're paying like no, not 1,300. What am I talking about? One is 900. The other one is like eight something. So we're paying like 1,800 for both of them. So out of pocket. So like it's not easy. It's not easy. So we have to make that sacrifice to put them in school, just so we can have some time. My husband works from home, like I said, but he's always in a meeting. He's always on the phone, so he can't really help a lot in around the house. He's only able to help like at nighttime or weekends. So during the day is mostly on me. So that's why we had to send them to school. So I just wanted to come on here and share that. Even sending them to school, right? I had a lot of I contemplated a lot about that because I'm like, they're still young, they need me, especially the young one. He's only 11 months. We put him in school when he was 9 months. I was like, I don't think I'm ready for him to go to school yet. But then it's like, you also have to like think about yourself, your mental health. Because it was at a point where I needed my mental health to be able to take care of my kids. I needed to be in a stable state, right? I needed to be able to think right. I needed to be able to like make rational decision. And it was hard. So I was like, I had to make that sacrifice. I was like, I'm gonna put my 11-month old, he's in school part-time 3 days a week, so that gives me a little time to myself, and that gives me a little time to do other things like going to the nail salon, going to go do stuff for yourself. Sometimes I just take a walk to like a restaurant that's next to us to go get food. Just being able to just do stuff outside of the kids. Because let me tell you guys, it is so hard. My husband and I don't even have time to go on dates. It's so hard. It's so hard. But we're enjoying the season. Because we're blessed. We're blessed with 2 kids. Even though it's hard, even though our hands are full, but we're blessed. We're blessed. But even though it's hard, we have to like, those are things that we have to constantly, my husband and I have to remind ourselves. I remember even complaining to my dad, my mom and my stepdad. I was like, you're supposed to enjoy motherhood, but I'm like, it's not fun right now for me. It's hard. And they had to remind me like, you need to be grateful. You need to be grateful. This year, December this year, we're going to be 5 years in our marriage, and we have 2 kids. So there's people that's been married 8, 9, 10 years still praying for kids. So even though life with kids comes with challenges, we also have to be grateful. So that's all this video is about. I just wanted to come on here and just give some life update and things that I did to help me in my depression state. I also read some books. I like reading books, so I read books on motherhood. I read books on faith. I read books on marriage. So those are things that I also did. So I read books. So I just wanted to come on here, like I said, just share that with you guys. I appreciate you guys watching my video. I know I always say I'm gonna try to be consistent, but at this point, I'm just gonna keep praying for God to give me the grace to do it, because it is hard. It is hard. It's hard out here for a sister, okay? All right, I thank you guys so much. I will be back with another video soon. Bye-bye.